Hello, everyone. Welcome. And I'm sorry for the delay. Sorry for the technical difficulties. But the surprise is ruined, right? So let me just begin. Hold on, everybody, before anybody speaks. See, today's episode is going to be a little different, ladies and gentlemen. See, everyone sees the promotion. Everybody celebrates the title, but very few ever stop to ask the questions that created the woman behind the success. And today, on the Unapologetic Entrepreneur, this is going to be a big spotlight. Yes, you heard it here. We're going to put it on the spotlight. This is going to be about mindset, the pressure, doubts, the sacrifices, and the decisions that shaped her to be the leader that she is. We're going to be talking about Takira's journey. Takira's journey is not just about becoming an executive director with our company, ladies and gentlemen. It's about what happens when someone decides to stop playing small and starts building with purpose. So tonight, we will be asking her a few questions, and you guys out here can chime in. Remember, you could scan this little barcode here. Share and subscribe. Also, if you're watching this on Facebook, come on into the conversation. But before we start, you already know. Hold on one second. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have the one and only Miss Takira Sullivan. Purpose must be bigger than a paycheck. Hey, Takira. TT, how are you feeling? How do you feel after being the cover girl?
I know. I feel amazing. Let me tell you, Leo, I was so shocked, but I just want to say I'm so grateful and thankful for you guys, for Coach, for you, CEO Life, Xperia, Darren, the Hierarchy, Jamie, for him and his wife, Leanne, for even taking a chance on themselves so that we can have this great, amazing opportunity that we have here with this company. And thank you for having me on tonight.
Oh, all right. Look at you. Just saying thank you to everybody. So grateful, aren't you? Rocking your girls today. Look at you. She's got the Betty Boop look.
I'm all curled up for you guys.
All family here. So we're going to get right into it. First, let's say hi to our viewers. Let's see who's out there. Remember, you got to say hello so I can shout you out. All right, Francine is all up in it. She said, let's get it. All right, and we got Miss Bonita. Yes, TT, First Lady CEO Live. ED. Donna's throwing up some fire. Oh, look at you getting all this love today. Well, we're going to break into it.
I love it. Hey, my Titan Force chosen millionaires in the building.
We're going to wake everybody else up. Hey, I'll start out by saying, if you know, you know. You'll know why she's talking about this. Just keep up in our Facebook. You'll know what's going on. But let's get right to it. Let's get right into it. First question I got for you. What
Mhm.
pain in your previous journey forced you to search for something bigger?
Wow. The pain of not being there for my son, working overnight shifts, having to leave my child with my parents at night and then come home in the morning. And the reason for that was, I'm gonna be honest with you, I none of my siblings went to daycare. That's one, and I didn't want my child to, but I felt like, okay, I may have to do this. I may have to put him in childcare. I couldn't afford it, Leo. I was a single mom. Daycare was $1,200 a month. I simply didn't have it. But I was blessed to have my parents still alive, still together over 50 years. Shout out to them. My mother said, I will watch him overnight while you work. And why that's so key for me to pivot of how I did is because he's special needs. I didn't want him somewhere and something happened to him. He couldn't talk. He was nonverbal, up into
Mm,
the age of 4.5. So that immediately, and I was tired. I felt like I was dying at that job. Yeah, I made good money, but every day I just felt like a piece of truly of who I am was being chipped away. And so I knew I had to leave.
okay. Let me ask you some follow up on that. Because you've been in the insurance business before. It's not just, here where you're at now, but let me ask you, um, with your journey prior to this, was
Mhm.
what was missing? What was missing? What was the moment you knew that you outgrown your environment?
I knew I
Mm,
outgrown my environment because I knew I wasn't growing. I wasn't growing as an individual. I wasn't growing as a person, right? I didn't have any mentorship. I never had a mentor until I came here. I had, and see, I think you guys, you have to really hear this because just because you have a upline, right, doesn't mean they are a mentor. You look at them in that sense because they at a higher level of leadership, but they're never pouring into you. They're not helping you grow financially, individually as a person, mindset. I wasn't growing. I wasn't doing anything. I didn't even have the excitement of the business. All I really had was my license. They didn't I didn't see the bigger vision. I didn't see the vision and didn't understand the golden ticket of my license. So I wasn't utilizing it the way that I should because I had lack of mentorship. I didn't know what this business was about. I was a newbie. I was green.
mm. Okay, that all right, all right. I like that. I like that. I like the honesty. Everybody needs to hear that. So, what fear did you have in making that move though? There had to be some fear.
I was nervous. I was scared because remember, Leo, I just completely walked away from my job. Remember, I was done with it, right? So I knew that I had work ethic. I knew that I'm a strong person. I can do this, but I had a fear of not being successful, of not really doing something impactful that I knew I could do. I didn't know if I was going to be capable of doing it. Yeah, I knew I could write some policies and stuff, but I really, when I made the decision to leave, because I had a chip on my shoulder. For a lot of people who thought I wasn't nothing, thought I wasn't worthy, thought that, oh, okay, the same thing she did over here in our business, that, oh, she gonna go over there and do it. No, the hell I'm not. No, I'm not. And so I had a chip on my shoulder. I said, you know what? I'm going to make this work no matter what. I'm going to stick under Leo like glue. And I did. I'm going to stick under coach and listen to them. I'm going to be open minded and I'm going to be number one, coachable. Whatever they tell me to do, I'm going to do it because they have the success that I'm looking for. So, with that chip on my shoulder and knowing that I have to feed my child, I knew I had to do whatever I needed to do to be successful. So, yes, I was afraid of not reaching a level of success that I wanted to reach, but I wasn't going to let that stop me. Instead of letting fear drown me, like I always say, I took fear by the horns and I let it drive me into the position that I wanted.
Ooh, see, sometimes the pain of where you are becomes the invitation to where you belong. I love that. Ooh, I need to quote that. I need to quote that. That came out of nowhere. Wow. Let me ask you a second question. We'll have some more of a follow-up and conversation. Let's see. Hey guys, don't forget you can chime in. We have people already relating to you. We have they're saying yes. Oh, look at this. Look what's going on. Francina's saying too
Benita.
many can't relate. These are just keep popping up. So guys, don't feel free to ask any question. I have a few, but we can go through. When things got hard, what kept you from quitting?
My commitment to myself, my commitment to my family, my commitment to my special needs parents, with parents with children with special needs, my commitment to my overall family and making sure that they good and making sure that they're educated enough, making sure that they're properly protected, my community, reaching out to people. We all know we didn't get a financial literacy class in school. So let me tell you, people, it's more people out there that really wants this opportunity and really want to put their affairs in order. They just don't have the person like me, Leo, and all of you guys that they can really sit down and talk to. So they walk around blindly, just living life. So I knew I could not allow that to happen anymore. The first year in coming into CEO life, a lot of you guys do know my story, but just really what made me stay and stop quitting was the 10 family members that passed in 2024. Because every time something happened, every time someone passed away, it made me just start reflecting. Every single time I reflect back on my life, I ain't gonna say a lot, but I do, because it remind me of some things. And when it starts reminding me of that, that's what give me back that big mo. That's what make me get motivated. That's what inspired me to do what I need to do. So, and of course, my son, everybody know my son. Yes, you say your children. My son is my driving force, but myself, I made a commitment. I think I'm one of the loyalest people, right? By default. It just happens. I'm very loyal. But I had to start realizing that you have to be loyal to yourself. And when you loyal to yourself, you stay committed to the people that have helped you get to where you are. Right. And because I made a commitment to myself, I made a commitment to CEO life. I made a commitment to coach. I made a commitment to Leo. So guess what? I never bite the hands that feed me. And that's what we got to understand. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Stay loyal to that. Stay committed to that, because that's what's going to keep you going every single day.
Okay, I'm getting scared to ask these questions. I noticed that name Passion. Coach already called it out. That name Passion behind you is kind of wow. It's really
Great
coming
card.
out right now. All right. So, was there ever a season where you doubted yourself?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I had more than one season.
So,
Listen,
what
yes.
reminded you? What reminded you to keep going?
Just looking, really honestly, Leo, I'm going to say the people around me that really truly helped me in this business, even when I was down and out, even when I had personal things going on that was affecting me and affecting my business and the way I do business. Right. And I knew that I could not let those people down because they poured so much into me. They invested so much into me that they didn't have to. So when I started doubting myself and I started seeing them still coming around, still you guys still on me, still talking to me, still pouring into me, still doing all these things and still running a business, still having your own team, other people on the team to help and mentor. But when I saw that and I said, you know what, I can't let them down. I can't. I got to do what I need to do. You got to put your big girl panties on, you guys, even when you're in doubt or you're feeling like you're not worthy or you feeling like I can't do this no more. Yes, you can. You have to start talking yourself out of doing what you know you need to do to be successful. And so if I had to use you, Leo, how many times in the process of me learning throughout this business, right, I would call Leo 1, 2, 3 in the morning. I didn't care because I was so hungry. But then it was times that I just felt like, oh, this isn't working. Oh my God, I might have to go back and get a 9 to 5. The checks ain't coming quick enough. all of those things. And then I said, no, you cannot. You need to stay committed to your dream. You need to keep your eyes on the prize, and you need to just go to work.
What did you learn about yourself during that season?
That I'm not a quitter. And that, you know what, sometimes you have to go through the storm. You have to go through the storm, because listen, one thing I found out in those seasons, and the seasons came at different positions, right? So at the beginning it came, in the middle, and closer when I was run on my ED run. So I looked at things differently in each season that it was happening to me. But the last season that I realized that I'm not a quitter, right? I had too many people looking up to me and expecting me to win so that they can know that this business works and they can believe it, right? And then I said to myself, you know what? In order for you to move to a higher level, it is going to be so many stumbling blocks. It's going to be speed bumps. It's going to be so many different things that's going to happen to you, and you're going to feel like it is the worst thing in life that is happening. But guess what? That's because God is preparing you for the bigger blessing that he has for you. And you're not going to be able to really be grateful and understand the blessing that he's about to get to you if you've never been through anything. So you have to go through those things. So when your people come to you and feel like they want to quit and walk away and everything, you got a story to tell them, to let them know, hey, buddy, I ain't always been in this position. I've been through the same thing as you.
Very well said. We got a question out here. We got some agreements. Miss Benita is saying, yes, ma'am, I agree. Then, of course, you got Mr. Ezra, TT 100. But we have a question from Miss Cherry. This is interesting. A very good question, too. How do you know if doubt is a warning or just a fear? Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a tinker. That's a tinker.
That is. She just dropped it. Boop. Okay, Cherry. I would say, how do you know if doubt is a warning, like it's warning me for something, or I'm just being fearful of what I need to do? Okay, so when I think about that, I think about it like this. I believe that it is both, right? But it's how your perspective, how you take it, how you look at it. Because in this business, even before, I'm gonna touch on something to give an example. Prior to me coming to CEO life, right? I was doubtful, you guys. Yes, I was, because I was coming from another practice company, right? And because I felt like I had a friendship there, right? I said, I need to stay, right? I need to stay. I'm doubting myself. And I'm thinking I need to stay. I don't know. Can I be successful? Can I go? If I go with them, is it going to be different? Am I going to change? Then when I came over and made the decision to come to CEO life, right? At the beginning, I was fearful, because I was like, okay, say if what they're saying is true. Say if I get here and I can't put numbers up. Say if this isn't better. Say if this not a better situation, right? So it's so many times that I played tricks on my own mind that it made me feel like I had doubt and I had fear at the same time. Now, can doubt be a warning to let you know, like, listen, hey, you might not want to go into those waters, but you have to look at the situation bigger and say, what can I get out of that? So that doubt is gone, that fear may be there, and you move forward and see how it happened, because it was nothing happening in my old company. So whether I was doubtful and fearful, I had to see what was in front of me. I had to see, if I take a chance on myself, I got to put this doubt and I got to put this fear aside.
There you go. I hope that answers your question, young lady.
Thank you, Cherry, for that.
One.
That was a good
one. You
we both said it at the same
time. That was a good one. So let's see. Out of all this, I get that success often belongs to the person who decided to stay just one more day. Because in one day, everything could switch. I always tell people wait a few minutes before you make an emotional decision. If it's still bothering you, then worry about talking about it. Because sometimes we just snap off our emotions. So I really like what you're saying about your fear and your doubt. So I hope people are ready. Taking notes. Let's take notes on this beautiful journey. We got one for you. We got another one here. How did mentorship and leadership reshape the way you saw yourself?
Mentorship and leadership reshaped the way I saw myself because I think I used to put myself in a box, right? I've always been outspoken. Yeah. I always had like a supervisor or a manager position in my job, right? But I never really saw myself doing something for me, right? So when I started receiving the mentorship and the leadership here, it made me realize like you can do anything. You are a force to be reckoned with, girl. Do you realize how powerful you are? Do you realize people follow you that they want to know what you're doing? They're listening to you, right? And so it made me realize and made my purpose that I knew was always helping people, right? It made my purpose so much stronger that I had to step out of my box, right? I was placing myself in a box. I was doing the same ordinary, average things, right? I wasn't speaking at engagements. I wouldn't always just jump and say yes to something. But once I started getting the leadership and the mentorship, let me tell you something. I just jumped into anything. If coach was to call me and ask me, hey, Takira, I need you to go live on a video on Facebook, I'm doing it, right? I'm not questioning it. I don't care how I don't care how I may appear. I don't care if I don't speak eloquently like everybody else. I just realized to accept myself and my authenticity of myself, who I am, right? And not care. Don't care about it. Just be you and be yourself, and don't, like Leo say, don't apologize for it. Be who you are. You see that? It says passion, because every time I speak with passion because I speak with belief. This is me. And I had to start accepting that, because I would dummy down myself on things because I'm like, oh, they're going to think I'm belligerent. They're going to think I'm combative. They're going to think I'm too loud. Girl, you're too aggressive, right? No, this is me. This is my passion. This is my purpose. I'm going to speak that way, and I'm not going to care what nobody else think about it. So it made me want to be more myself and start putting it out there and stop hiding truly who I am and apologizing for all of this.
So when did you start seeing yourself as a leader?
Well, baby, that took a long time. Let me tell you something. You know what? I'm gonna tell you when it actually started, because I could kind of almost.
Shout out to August. Shout out to August. Let me see it. Let me tell you something. That was an August statement. Go ahead.
Okay. I did not start really. I didn't start seeing myself as a leader until about. It was maybe like March of 2025. When I did my goals at the end of 2024 and decided that I was going to start bringing in new business partners. I wanted to offer this opportunity to everybody so that they can have the same opportunity as me. And once I started, getting more and more people on my team, bringing on business partners and rescuing these people out here that needed this, and I started developing people and getting them promoted, then I started looking at myself as a leader, because it was easy for me to do it for me. But when I started doing it for other people and getting them promoted, that's when I started believing in myself as a leader, because now I am being able to lead them and train them and have them follow me and get them to the next level. So that's when it was around March or April last year.
Hey, Carla, what's going on? I see a limnus here. She said, I think you have to take the whole situation at hand, right? She's typing the way she talks. I love it. I hear her voice, right? Does it alignment? Doesn't, I think she meant, doesn't alignment
Yeah.
Is the vision
Get
clear?
alignment.
Does alignment make the vision clearer? I'm assuming that's what she's saying. If not, eliminate. Bring it back. Come rewind. Just rewrite your statement. Don't worry about it. We got you. All right. Just bring it back. And that. So you figured out around March when you decided that you were gonna actually bring people on to follow what your example is. That's when you felt like, okay, I'm a leader.
Once I got people promoted, when I started getting
Oh,
people
when you started getting
promoted,
promotions. Okay. How
yes.
important was it being coachable
How important is it to be coachable?
during that time? Yeah, it's a question. I'm just, hey, listen, I'm just a
Yes, Leo,
host.
it coach. Listen, the number one thing with Justice said, I said it like that because I'm like, being coachable, coachability is key. You guys, it is key. People are not just trying to tell you what to do. They're trying to lead you and coach you.
I'm
But
sorry, I got disrupted by this comment.
I
No
see,
script.
Mark,
He speaks from the heart. Little Wayne of the industry.
I
Oh,
love it, coach. I love it. Let me tell you, Leo, being coachable is key in this business. For any person that's on here, that's just started, even or you've been in a business 15 years. That's the whole point of having a mentor, right? Because they're there to guide you and coach you through. Because you might think or have a way that you might want to do something and not even think about that perspective, right? You have to be 100% coachable. If Leo told me to go put a harness on and jump off the roof, I don't know what he got something planned. I don't know what it could be, but let me tell you, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna question it, right? And that is how we need to be. Everybody, you have to put your egos aside. You have to put your pride aside, and you have to be able to be open-minded to let somebody guide you and teach you. Because guess what? You're not making 100K in the business. You're not making 7 figures in the business. So if you haven't done that yet, then you need to be coachable so you can get there. So your coach can teach you and mentor you and guide you and show you how to get there faster than what they did. And so coachability is key. That's the number one thing. Because if a person isn't coachable, then Leo, how are you going to get past that step in order to train them? If every time you go to talk to them and ask them to do something or say, hey, let's sit down, let's go over your list, let's do this, let's do that, you're going to keep getting a block. It's going to be a blockage right there because they're not being open. They got that wall up. Yeah, they listen a little bit, then they put it back up. So you can't get past that. So I think coachability, you have to be coachable in this business, period.
Mm. I think in all businesses, I mean,
Yes,
anywhere, if you're going to learn how to do something, I mean, coachability is needed. That's just, would you agree with this statement? Sometimes the greatest gift of mentorship is borrowed belief until your own belief catches up.
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh,
You know
Elimina's
why
got
I
something
believe it?
here. Good. Tell us why. Tell us why. Then we'll read what Elimina
Okay.
says.
The reason why I believe that is because, say, somebody can come into this business, whether you've been in it a long time in another company or you agreeing, you're new and you're just getting licensed. You don't believe in this business as strong. You know the business can make you money, but your belief level to it isn't as strong as it should be because you haven't gone through things in this business. Yeah, the possibility is there to make money, so you have to take the stories and the belief of your mentor or other people that's in the business or your coach or whoever, your upline, because that's going to give you the vision for yourself until you get to that point where you like, yes, this is the business. This is why I should be here. Listen, you don't think that people done came in here and heard coach or heard your story and know what you've been through and how when you gave the kidney to your mom, you was knocking on doors 3 days later. That is something that sticks with you. And you like, I know if he could do it, I could do it. You start believing in
I don't
yourself like
recommend
that.
that. I don't recommend that.
Well, you start believing. It's like, oh my gosh, like, and here I am complaining about the little things when it's all of this going on. Though that person been through this, you see their vision and you use their belief until your belief get bigger and you can see your vision clearer.
Well said. Elimina says here, everyone thinks they're coachable but when it comes down to it, they aren't. In fact, being coachable is a skill to have. Oh, very well said. Very well said. And then we got another
Coming from the
question here.
green girl.
Then we got another question here. What's harder for you, being taught or being wrong? Cherry, where you coming out with these? Being taught or being wrong? What's harder for you?
I would say maybe being taught, because being wrong, I don't mind being wrong. I don't mind being wrong. See, I don't have ego like that. And if I say or misspeak or do something that's wrong, I'm big on accountability. So it's easy for me to, if I'm wrong, it's easy for me to be like, you know what? I apologize, or oh, I misspoke. This isn't right. Being taught, and the reason why I say that, even though I'm coachable, being taught is harder for me because I'm a very fast moving type of person. It's my patience that affects that. So being taught.
Okay, there you go. There you go. We got Raquel here says, have you been able to overcome the barriers to life insurance for special needs people? The advocate is being asked questions about her advocacy.
Um, yes and no, right? I think that it's a lot of barriers when it comes to that with our special needs children that need to be changed, right? My goal is always, I want to. I said this, and I never said this out loud, really, but I'll say it to you guys, right? I want to go up against Congress. I want to have a law. I think that it is not fair. I think I look at it as discrimination because some of our children that are special needs cannot be properly protected just because they have this disability or this disorder. They don't even necessarily have to be on medication. So for me to have a child that is special needs and living with autism and ADHD, and all of the families that I help with getting resources, it crushes my heart that when I am looking for products and places to put their children and they're being denied, and it's nothing that I can do, right? So some of the things I found ways to make sure that some of these children are, and it is certain carriers that are more lenient than others, but it's a lot of work. Raquel, Raquel, is it Raquel?
Raquel,
Or
Raquel, Raquel.
Raquel? Sorry, Raquel. It is a lot of work to be done in that department right there when it comes to our children with special needs.
Mm, mm, mm. That's a tough one, man. It is tough. We got another question for you here. What does building a legacy for your family truly mean to you? Everybody talks about legacy, legacy. What is legacy? What's wealth? These are words that are self-defined. What is your definition of a
Well,
legacy?
well, a legacy for me, building my legacy for my family means that every generation, whether I'm here or not, are always going to be set up for greatness. Never have another financial need. When I leave here, God forbid, whenever that is, he decide to take me home, my legacy is making sure that not only my son will never, if he didn't never wanted to work again, if he never wanted to work, he won't have to. And not only him, even his kids, his children after that, right? Legacy looks like I want a resource center in my son's name. I'm gonna start a nonprofit for my son. It's coming out this month. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know. Should I put that out there, Leo? It's coming out, my son, and I want
Well,
to
you can
be
save it. You can save it for that segment of the show when I said, "Hey, let us know." You get some shameless plug, so we can wait for
okay.
the shameless plug.
All right. So I'm in this business because I love it and I'm passionate. But let me tell you, people, you have to make sure you bust your tail and work your butt off because it's a lot of money to be made here, but it's not just to sit in my bank account. It's not. I'm going to have a special needs trust set up for my son. It is for me to be able to fund the resource center. I want an actual building, a resource center for all parents that have children with any type of special needs to be able to come there, receive the resources, receive free things, show them all different types of stuff. I want to be able to start a foundation where I give away money, scholarships, sponsorships, send them on trips, different things, because it costs a lot of money when these children are sickly. You got to make sure that they have their aides, their nurses with them, they wheelchairs. I want to be able to fund everything and let them parents just take a breather, right? And be able to make sure that their children can still enjoy a great quality of life.
Okay. All right. I got wow. Let's see. We got anything in the? Let's make sure we don't got anything in the chat because they're coming out with some good questions. What's up, Raheem? Raheem is checking in.
What's
Checking
up,
in
bro?
on the check-in. So let's see. We got another powerful question. Then we're gonna start wrapping this up for you. What would you say to a person watching right now who feels they are 3 feet from gold?
That is my favorite book. Who wrote that? That is my favorite book. Don't stop. Don't give up. Don't quit. Keep digging. Keep going. Because that is a true thing right there. Being 3 feet from gold. Being just one day away from that promotion. One day away from prospecting and getting somebody and building a relationship and exploding your business. You're one way from meeting someone, sitting down, or someone calling you and giving you a referral, and you're just thinking like, okay, I'm just about to write this little policy. Come to find out, this person just came into all of this money with a lawsuit and have $1 million freaking dollars, and now you about to do $1 million deal. Let me tell you something, y'all. It is so important to be committed. I'm telling you, I say this all the time. You have to be, and I don't know if everybody know about being committed or what that word means to them. You can look at the definition, but you need to break that word down and see what that means for you. Because for me, being committed means when all else fails, it doesn't matter. Because if you have the task, if you made the commitment to say, I am going to be an executive director, I'm going to be a national executive partner with this company, you are supposed to go all the way through. You're supposed to see it through, no matter what. No matter what happens, whether you can't pay your car note some weeks, some months, whether you only got beans and eggs in your refrigerator, you can't give up, because that is when you're going through all of those things. Trust me, it's about to happen for you. It's about to happen. You just got to keep pushing through. You got to keep going. I'm so committed that I can't quit. I can't quit. And to think that people don't really know, it's been so many times that I haven't had it. It's been so many times my gas light been on. It's been so many times that I barely had food, right? But I knew what my commitment to myself was. And that was to be the first female executive director in CEO life. Say if I would have stopped, I would have never made it here. You can't give up on yourself that easily. You can't. You just can't. Because guess what? You get up and go to your 9 to 5 every day. So you got to get up and treat this business like your 9 to 5, your own 9 to 5. You got to. So don't never quit. Don't give up on yourself, and keep going until you reach that goal that you want.
Ashwin here saying being an ED and having signed the ownership documents and qualified for a legacy program, how valuable is it? Which company you think is offering that? As you know, many claim that they offer that.
Well,
So
I don't know.
Let's start breaking this apart. Let's go with the first half, okay? How does it feel when you signed your ownership document and knowing that you qualify for the legacy program? Because you do have a child, and he's like a major part of your legacy. So how did it feel? Express that feeling,
felt
and then
amazing,
talk
you
about
guys.
the other company.
Huh?
And then you could talk
What you
about
say?
anything else. Then you could answer the other
Okay.
part. First part is more important.
It felt amazing. Right then and there when it happened, oh my God, this just made me get a little emotional. Woo! Oh, because I have been saying that forever, right? I had been, preaching that and speaking that and yelling it off the roof, and who will ever listen. But when it actually happened, I literally broke down in tears. And I remember when I first heard about it, before the papers are signed, the emails even came, I called Leo and I was like, we did it, we did it, we did it. He didn't even know what I was talking about. Right? And because it's nothing greater than really doing that for yourself. Like to me, being a mother, having a child at 42, thinking, I was never gonna have kids, that was a great accomplishment. That was just sent from God, right? But to really work on something yourself and put your blood, sweat, and tears into it, and through all the adversity, through everything, it is an amazing feeling. And every time I think about that, I have a piece of this company, Xperia Financial Group. What they have done for me, they have changed the whole trajectory of my life to truly pass this down to my child. It's a feeling that I cannot explain, and it's a word that I don't even have in my vocabulary. Maybe the principal can help me out, but I don't
I
have it.
think I
It's just
think
an
I
amazing
think your face and your emotion that you're right now expressing, where you're almost breaking down on Facebook. I think Ashwin got his answer. Which other company you think is offering this? As you know, many claim to offer that. What other companies do? I don't know.
I don't only know one, and that's Xperia Financial Group, the best
Oh,
IMO.
drop it. Now, Raheem has a comment about what you were talking about before. He said, everyone wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die.
Okay, bro, that is true. That-
Oh my goodness. You guys are
no
too
one's
much.
willing to do the work. No one's willing to do the work to get there, right?
Oh
So
man.
nobody don't want to die, but they want to go to heaven, baby.
Let me
He
let,
couldn't
me-
have
let me
said it
ask
better.
you something. How has motherhood shaped your leadership?
It made me look at things differently, right? Because at the beginning, um, you know, taking time and putting it into the business to build it, right? I used to have mommy guilt because I'm so hands on. I'm so everything, right? Like I gotta be there for every little thing. Um, but as time went on and I started reading more books and really, self-developing and having many masterminds with you, a coach, just talking out of a question, I started looking at things differently, right? And I just became a better mother. I did. I became a better person, right? And I'm not just going off of that because, yeah, I feel it, I see it, but I knew that I was changing in a different way. Just how I look at things, how I talk, how I interact with my son now. It's more of, I don't know if y'all going to get it, but before I was so hands on and so protective. I learned how to let my baby spread his wings. I learned just because he is, special needs, I have to let him fall sometimes and get some bruises. That is a part of growth, right? And it may come a day and time that I may not be here, and he got to understand that it's going to be some things that's going to happen in your life. It's going to be some failures that you face. It's going to be some fear that you face. But I have to build him mind up slowly where he is to let him know how to think wisely. Don't be so emotional and just jump off the porch ready to go. You have to be logical about things because I'm a passionate person. So I used to be very emotional about stuff. I'll just say whatever, react, boop, bop, boop. That's the worst thing you can do. I had to slow that emotion down. I had to take that 5 minutes that someone told me before I respond to think before I make the next move. So it just made me a better daughter too, and understanding people and being around them. So it just overall improves this fantastic person that was already there. And it just made me better.
Oh, look at that. Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad that we're getting to really know Miss Sullivan today. All right, let me see if the chat has anything over here so far before I go. Oh, they love your energy. Ashwin just loves your energy. So
Thank
let's
you.
go back. I got something here. Um,
Okay.
how do you push through self-doubt? What is it that you focus on daily? Like, what's that look like to you? Like, because doubt is everywhere and all the time. I mean, it's so much easier to have negative thoughts until you learn to input the positive. We input through mindset, what we do with mindset training and all that. But how do you, how do you, what do you think about? How do you push through that self doubt?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't doubt myself too much now, right? I mean, of course, doubt comes in people here in and out at various times. You know, I don't operate in doubt, right? Because it doesn't feeds me. It just I'm not that person that's doubtful. I'm a person that is solution based, right? So when I'm thinking about things and I'm like, I don't know, should I don't really do that anymore, but it does happen maybe from time to time. And I just think about my why. Why? What is your real reason? Why are you here? Because you can sit around and doubt all day long. But if your why is bigger than anything else and your why make you cry and that's your story and this is why you're in the business, then the doubt, the vision and what you see for yourself should be bigger than your doubt. That should always outweigh that. So even if it comes in your mind, you should have your why written around in your room. You should have it on sticky notes. You should be able to pull it up on your phone. You should be able to look in your notes every single time to remind you, and you should know that why, like boom, 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 boom. So anytime negative stuff or doubt come into your brain, your why is so much bigger than you. It's so much bigger than you that it outweighs everything negative and doubtful in your mind to keep you pushing through.
Oh, all right. Thank you for that. Raheem wants to know, was it 5 minutes or 5 seconds?
What of the doubt?
Yeah, no, when you think to yourself before you react in emotion, is it 5 seconds or 5 minutes?
It ain't 5 seconds. I got to ride. I'm gonna tell you the truth. At one point, I had to. It was more than 5 minutes. I tell you that. I had to go and sit in the corner. Okay, I had to
Mhm.
spank myself. Let me tell y'all laughing, but Leo, it's true. He knows this about me, and anybody that know me, that even coach. Listen, it's 5 minutes. I really, really had to like, and guess what, you guys? Let me tell you, that was actually a learned behavior. I literally consciously, when things happen to me, I have to speak it out my mind first. I have to say, nope, T, don't respond to that. Chill out, log off, go in your office, go somewhere, sit, and just think about that. Before you say anything, post anything, react to anything, call anybody to say anything, think about this and really think how that next move you make is going to affect you and affect your business and affect relationships. So,
Mm.
yeah, it's 5 minutes plus.
It's 5 minutes plus. Okay, let's get it straight. Let's get it straight. So, I want to thank you personally. Right now, we're gonna do shameless plug before I do my closing thoughts. So, what is your shameless plugs? You could talk about it now. Talk about it. What is it that's coming up? What's next for Mr. Kira Sullivan? What's next?
You guys, I will be launching my nonprofit. It is going to be called Takari's Way. And it is going to be for parents with children with special needs. And I'm going to be launching that sometime this month for Autism Awareness Month. I'm gonna have some good things coming out. I will be posting and letting you guys know where I will be for Autism Awareness Month because I'm all over the place. I'm out here. I'm in these streets, and I have a lot of great stuff coming this summer. Community events for the whole family. I mean, we gonna have a whole school book bag. I have the whole council city of Roselle. Everyone backing me. Like this is gonna be the summer, and I just gonna have a lot of good stuff. So keep watching my Facebook page so that you guys can be updated on all the events. I want to give a shout out to Leo. Thank you, Leo. You have not only been my upline, but my upline, my friend, one of my closest friends, my mentor, uh, just everything, and always supporting me and always having me on your hip to learn and just pouring into me all the time. I'm giving you your flowers now in front of everyone because you was an intricate part of me becoming executive director, right? You were there for me when nobody was. You was willing to train me. You were willing to take me. You was willing to mentor me when people weren't. So I just want to thank you for everything and having me on your podcast. It means the world to me. And it's only up from here. My future SED.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
I
I
thank you.
appreciate it. I appreciate you. You're not allowed to do that while I'm on the air. Well,
Hey,
guys,
coach, I think he crying. Coach, he crying. Dad.
well, Coach better not be putting no comment. Let me check my comments. No comment because he be he be coming out. So I got a closing thought for you guys. All right. Sakira's story proves that entrepreneurship is not about titles. It's about transformation. The pain that pushes you, the mentorship that shapes you, the purpose that fuels you, the family that grounds you, and the persistence that carries you when no one sees the work. This conversation today was bigger than just a spotlight. We already spotlighted her. Go to Facebook, you can see it. She is on the cover of a magazine. That's right, she made the cover. It's proof that ordinary people with extraordinary commitment can change their bloodlines. All they have to do is be willing to shine. Ready? S, stay committed. H, honor your purpose. I, invest in your growth. N, never quit or never quit early. And E, just remember to empower others. With all that being said, guys, it's been an honor, a pleasure, and a privilege. Thank you. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with me today. And we will see you on the next Unapologetic Entrepreneur. Be blessed, guys. Thank you.